Hello everybody and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. Welcome back. I was just saying to Jake, he's just sat outside, like how quickly are these days flying over now? Now we're back to 3 shows. It feels so busy, but it's good, isn't it? It's a good busy, and today has been an unbelievably busy day. Thank you so much for being with us. We are back with Beautiful Beginnings, a show I know you all absolutely love. A show where, yeah, we take things back to basics, and do you know what? We always like your questions on whatever show it might be, and I hope that you never feel kind of scared to ask a question at any point. But if that is you, if you are someone who's like, well, I am a bit of a beginner, well, I've got some questions I want to ask, but I don't really want to maybe ask them in a masterclass or whatever it might be, this is your show. It's Beautiful Beginnings. It's back to basics. So if you have even what you think is the most basic, silly question in the world, ask it in this show, please, because by popular demand, we are bringing back Essentials Corner a little bit later on in the show. The last 25 minutes or so, we take a seat over in the lounge area and we go through your questions. So, get your questions in, and they can be to do with anything that we've got on this show, anything which is causing you issues in the craft world right now, anything to do with craft. Please ask. As I say, it doesn't have to be to do with shakers, it can be to do with die cutting, it can be to do with embossing, whatever it might be. Get those questions in, and Craig and I will go through them all at the end of the show, like we used to do back along. Now, also in this show, let me just reiterate that we are bringing you back once again free gifts. If you spend £10 or $10, today's free gift is brilliant. You're getting the free magazine. It's the Crafters Inspiration magazine in a box. Number 4, you're getting that when you spend 10. Comes with 155 hints, tips and ideas. Loads of goodies in there as well, including stencils, dies, stamps and embossing folders. All of your papers are in there too, and all of the inspiration that you should need. If you love the Wild at Heart collection, more papers and also exclusive goodies in there that you won't have from your collection. That's the free gift that you'll get when you spend 10, 1 per customer. You are also going to be getting double points on everything that you shop for in this show and indeed across the wider website. And if you spend 50, you will get your free shipping. You'll get tagged once again. So if you've already spent your 50 today, maybe you bought our daily deal, you're tagged, you're ready to go to shop for anything in this show that you might like, not paying any further shipping. And we've got a code. I'm sure you've all seen by now across the socials. I know hundreds of you have wished her many happy returns. It is lovely Leanne's birthday today, so she has left a code with us. That code is Leanne10. It's 10% off. No scared me then. That's twice a day I've been scared. No exclusions. 1 use per customer. So use it wisely. You know, don't spend £2 and then use it. Stock up on essentials, get a big basket, then use it to get the best out of that 10%. No exclusions. Leanne10, Leann10 for 10% off. And the final thing from me, before I introduce Craig, if you are still thinking about buying today's daily deal, which has been the most popular full stop period, we are telling you now, you're going to have to be quick. There are 23 more chances left to buy. We started off with 240 odd of these, 23 chances left. But which means 23 chances left to get the bonus buy. 23 is... Craig, what are you doing? 23.
Yeah. No. Go. 23.
23 chances left to buy on that. I'll keep you updated as we head through the show. I'm not as cool as Craig though, am I? I'm wearing a cardigan, for goodness sake. He's got a hoodie on. He's looking, no, but he's looking very like, whoop, 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 whoop,
I'm like down with the kids.
He's looking like Claire in our testimonials. He gives it the old, and I'm looking more like, oh, please, please, can you come and give me my pipe and slippers? You look like a traitor.
Actually, this was the top that I was wearing in that picture with myself and Laird when we done the crafters. That's traitors. Craters.
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 Yeah. Hello, Craig, by the way. Nice to see you.
Oh, sorry.
What are you going to be doing in the show for us today?
Right, what we're going to do Beautiful Beginnings, if you are new to us, relatively new, Beautiful Beginnings is all about reining it back in. We are reining it back in at beginner's level. What I am going to do when it comes to this, FYI, 21
I was going to come out and do it
leftover
behind you.
when it comes, of course, from that bundle of the shaker. So that's 21. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to have a play, we're going to rein it in, but we'll use some of the items on the show and show you how you can use them within shakers. Simple mats, simple layers, simple construction that you can then come along and you can then decorate, you can die cut, you can colour yourself. But we've got our cute embellishment animal stamping dies.
Polar bears.
So this one here, this was actually a craft along last year. Go back, YouTube, see how it's made. You see as well, we've got little snowman that's been made into a shaker.
No way.
Little bunny rabbits for Easter, made into a shaker. We've got our partial embossing folders. Now, if that was a full acetate box, that could be a shaker. Into vellum in the back here, if there was an acetate front, that could have been a shaker. But then go over with things such as your metallic pens. Then we've got some of the most beautiful in-flight creator card dies. Again, these are great to use as shakers, but all of these you'll be able to go back on YouTube, even that one there, and watch them. Just changing it by bringing in your nesting dies and adding a little bit of additional detail. And then this one, the Bumbly Bee, I want to say was a craft along. If it wasn't a craft along, it was an actual demonstration within one of our shows. So you can always go back, go onto YouTube, Crafters TV, type in Taken Flight, type in whatever the collection's name is, and you'll see many of our faces pop up within the shows that has been featuring some of them.
Let's say a few quick hellos before we move on. Radical Rachel on the socials tonight. Rachel, you know the drill with Essentials Corner. If you can compile the questions for us, that would be marvellous. If you have a question that is pertinent to what's going on at that point in time, obviously feel free to ask it, and I will ask it at that point. But lovely to have loads of questions, and honestly, anything. It doesn't have to be about this show, anything, crafty conundrums, and ask as many as you want as well. It's not one per person. So please get those questions in, because otherwise for the last 20 minutes at the end of the show, Craig will probably just talk about wrestling and start getting his new wrestling belts out that he was showing me at lunchtime.
If I was allowed, I would be bringing them out on air.
See, told you. Julie Palmer's in. Hello. Hello, Karen Freeman. Hello, Jenny Barger. Lovely to have you with us. Finally able to join us live after a busy holiday season. Yay. Lovely to have you with us. Genesis de Bozel says, I'm ready for today's beautiful beginnings. Hello. Pat says, hi, Ben, Craig and everyone from southern New Jersey. Hello, New Jersey. Hello also to Karen Wells Sorrell, who says, hello again from Kentucky. Hello, Kentucky. Don't you start. He's doing the Pizza Hut Kentucky dance again. Jessica Stricker says, good morning. Michelle Knits for you. Good afternoon. Outje says, hello again, all of you. Here I am again from the Netherlands. Hi, Outje. Hi to Jessica Dumont, who says, I had one of those kits. I love it. So I grabbed the daily deal.
Yes.
And Pat says, I definitely will be paying more attention to these shows. Of course, taking notes. And Wanda Sexton, lovely Wanda, says, I've just placed another order. I couldn't pass up Leanne's birthday discount. I've ordered another of the Academy of Colour portrait, £10 deal, bonkers. This one is for 3-year-old Jilly, platinum plus 10%. Can't get a box of crayons for that. True dat. And she eats them. Well, she is 3. I think we all ate a crayon, didn't we, at 3? Probably.
Still do sometimes.
Yeah.
I've got the munchies.
Crayons. She's my early morning craft partner. Harper, who's 5, doesn't get up until after 10. And yes, Bev Lucas, there is a bonus buy today with the showstopper. You are a bit late to the show, you say. I realise that. The bonus buy, I think we've only got about 20 odd of those left now. Don't tell him if more goes, because I want to do the thing. I want to copy him. Very quickly, the bonus buy is the shaker numbers. So you get these for half price. Shaker numbers with foam on a roll, with all of those goodies in there. So you've got glitter, you have got beads, and you have got you've got sequins as well in there. So all of that is £24 or $32. It needs to go in the same cart though as your showstopper. If you buy it separately, you will pay the full price. Right. Let's have a look at what Craig is going to be starting with. The characters. Now, you're going to get all of these. Oh, sorry. There's so much chat going on. I thought you were talking to Jamie and telling him what detail to put up on the screen. All right. So, 20. No, it's 20. 20. 20 left of our showstopper daily deal. So, Bev, if you want to get it with the...
I got push pineapple, shake the tree.
Oh, shake a tree. I got do, push pineapple. Ground coffee to the left, to the right. Jump up and down and to the knees. Come and dance every night. And with a hula melody. Now, what was that one?
Gangnam Style.
The Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style. Yeah.
The boys are back in town.
Saturday night.
And then they like the way you move. What was that dance?
To your
Baby.
Macarena. Hey,
No,
Macarena.
It's party time and not a minute in this. Be my baby. Na 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 na.
Be my baby. Dun 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 dun.
I'm hot in my cardigan now. Now, there is only... There's 19.
How would you do it?
19, Craig, go.
Okay.
Go.
No, you do it.
One 9.
So...
29. You went... It's 1, 2, 9. 229. 119. 119, yeah. Or you could go...
Or... minus 1.
Right, enough
Right,
talking about we're going to get told off. Sarah will be on the phone in a minute. Character embellishment, animal, stamp and dies. Just to say, everything we've shown you, so the animal character embellishment, stamp and dies, the embossing folders, everything, the Taking Flight credit card dies, you can buy them all individually on the web with a 15% discount. Obviously, the best value for money is to buy the bundles. With this set, full details coming up here, £52.64. Remember, you can get your extra 10% off with that Leanne code. I will show these in the smaller bundles that we've got as well, because there is the everyday set, there is the Halloween set and the Christmas set, which you can buy as individual bundles. But within the full bundle here, you will get stamps and dies for the birdies. You will also get Life is Sweeter When Shared with Friends. Oh. You've got the wee pussycats. 18 left now. Have a positively wonderful day. You've got the doggies sending puppy hugs, puppy kisses, and birthday wishes. And then you've got your Some Bunny Loves You. So that's the first lot of animals you're getting in stamp and die form, and that is your everyday set if you want that on the web individually. Then we've got the wee ghosties and ghoulies from Halloween. So this one is called Ghosts. Have a beautiful day. Then you've got, these are cool, the monsters. I forgot about these. The cute little monsters. Look a little bit like the characters off the...
Monster Munch.
Yeah, Monster Munch packets. A candy a day keeps the monsters away. There's the spooky jack-o'-lanterns. If friends were pumpkins, I'd pick you. And then you've got the Too Cute to Spook. So all of the different monsters there, from the vampire to the mummy to the witch and Frankenstein. Did we work out who that was? Is that Frankenstein's mum or Frankenstein's wife?
Tisha.
Oh, Morticia Adams.
Yeah. Or, do you
Marge.
know what it could be? In the Halloween episode of The Simpsons.
Marge Simpson.
Could be Marge Simpson.
Oh, homie. That's your Halloween set, if you want to buy that individually. And then your Christmas set. Again, you can get this as an individual bundle. Gingerbread men. Or gingerbread women as well, actually. Gingerbread family. You've got the polar bears. Reindeer. Oh, yeah, I know. I don't remember who it was. Somebody, shout if you're watching, did a brilliant card, coloured those in to look like the Care Bears, also pandas, and I'm sure someone did one. It's like Paddington, Winnie the Pooh, Rupert, someone else, and someone else. Deers, snow people, Father Christmas, and the reindeer, and then the penguins with warm winter wishes. So all of that, £52.64, but it's not because you'll use your code, so take another $5.20 off your 20% discount already. So you're down to, what, 46.80, and $6.40 off that 64 is 57.60 if you are in the US. Double points as well. I think Ben and Craig have finally lost it, says Jane. Jerry says, love how profesh you are being today. And Victoria says, see, this is exactly what I meant, what I said in my Craftimonial, that you're guaranteed a laugh when you tune into CTV, and you never quite know when it's going to happen. What mood are they going to be in today? Mood for this show? Silly. Right. Have you got some finished samples to show us there?
I do indeed, and I'm going to show you black and white form using, of course, what do we call it now, the Daily Deal?
Daily Deal.
Daily Deal, how you can use components to make them into shakers because you've got the dies. But let's look at some finished samples here. Many of these finished examples have been done from the team. I mean, that one there, you'll recognise it probably from the packaging our Nicole's done. Absolutely gorgeous. Have a look, if you're going for them today, look at the packaging, take inspiration. They've all been done by Nicole. That one there, what about fussy cutting and creating decoupage? I love that one. Is it called Spirelli or something? That sort of effect,
yeah.
back and forth, back and forth. That one, great big snowflake die. Was that from Sarah's?
Oh, the Winter Wishes. Sparkling Winter.
Is it Sparkling Winter?
The box?
No, the die. That was Snow Queen. Snow Queen, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What was I thinking that?
You were thinking of the big box, weren't you? With the laser cut snowflake.
Yeah.
Half snowflake.
Also very split spacey die.
Yes, yeah. And obviously you could do that if you've got the die. The die within the Snow Queen was actually half die, yeah. Bringing in your own other nesting dies, bringing in Santa Claus, making sure we've got Rudolph there, but look at that. How fab is that? And if you love to do things such as your masking techniques, you can continue your actual reindeers if you want to. I mean, down at the bottom, doing that patchwork.
Oh, I love those monsters. It's Frankenstein's bride, by the way.
Is that? Another one Nicole's done. Really, really smart. Really, really fun. Go nuts with your inky backgrounds and use them. So let's go in with the doggies here. And I've taken the, I can't remember what the size, 4x6. This is one of the panels that come within the Daily Deal. And I've taken one of the white ones, but I've chopped it down to 5 3/4 by 3 3/4, so it gives me a matten layer. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to die cut first, and there is a reason why. So let's pop that onto our stamping mat. You don't need that just now, Craig, you need it in a minute. So let's pop the die into place. And there is a reason why we're going to do the die cutting first, which if you've not already caught on as to why I'm doing it first, you'll see in a moment, you'll be like, yeah. Not often that guy has a good idea, but by gosh, great idea, great tip on that one,
Don't
Craig.
do yourself down, you're full of it, you are.
Well, I try, full of something, not always great ideas. So let's run that one through. And then we are going to take that one out here. Then what we are also then going to do, let's just take that away for now. I've got a scrap bit of card that is big enough. No, let's bring in another one. I'm just going to take some of our white cardstock because I've been using the Daily Deal all day long. So I'm going to, don't need it that big.
Any more of those Daily Deals gone, Nicola?
So I just need to make sure my card is big enough than that aperture on the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that in here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay that over the top so I know where to stamp, and then I know that that's going to be in a great position.
Yep.
So if I take my stamp, and then I know it's going to be in place, so just very roughly, it doesn't need to be exact. I can then just prise that one through here. So let's pop that into place. Then what we can do is we can come along with our stamping platform. So I'm going to use my alcohol proof because we would potentially do your alcohol colouring. So let's ink up, turn that around, and then we're going to press. So again, doesn't matter that it's not neat and tidy. And just missed a little bit just in there, so we can press that down. Now we've got our image. So we've got our image in there, ready for you to then, of course, come along and then cut out, die cut out, colour, do whatever you like. So what we can then do is stick that over the top.
Okay.
Turn it into a shaker. So this is where, if we go back to New Year, New Craft earlier on, we're now going to turn it into a shaker by doing nothing different. Just because it is a concept die, stamp and die, does not mean that you need to change any of the steps. The formation of that shaker stays exactly the same. So we've popped our acetate, or we've popped our red liner tape, and then we're going to bring in our acetate. Acetate, red liner tape, all of that so far is still from our daily deal.
In case you didn't see me in the box there, there's 16 left. I won't do it again.
Oh, 16, that's what it was.
5, 5, 5, 1.
Got ya. Now it makes sense that you've explained it. So we can then press that into place now. So I've got my barrier there.
Yeah.
Then let's go in with our foam on a roll. I cannot, for the life of me, still believe that you get everything in that daily deal.
Yeah, and just to reiterate for Sister P4, is the daily what is a daily deal? Is it that showstopper renamed? It's the easiest way to describe it. It's the main deal of the day, the daily deal, and we're calling it a daily deal because it's the deal that opens up your free shipping cart when you spend the 50. It's very confusing. I know we have lots of different names, but think of it as the daily deal. Like there'll be another one tomorrow. Tomorrow we're concentrating on foil transfers. So you'll have another one of these. It might be called a showstopper, but it's the daily deal that opens up the 50 spend because they're always priced at 50. Some of them, like a showstopper, have a bonus buy. So yesterday's didn't, I think, from memory. Today's does have that bonus buy of the number shakers, but you're going to have to be quick. Sorry. Yesterday's bonus buy was the gold shimmer ink pads. I'm sure there was a day where we didn't have one. But anyway, it's a daily deal. That's what it is. You've probably got not very many left now. 16 max. You have wonderful tips and ideas, says Marie. You inspire me to think outside the box, Craig.
Oh, thank you. That's really nice of you to say. It's always nice when we hear things like that. I know Debbie and Debbie Fisher also love it and really, really appreciate it. It's nice that we can just give our knowledge and what we've learned. I try and think back as to things I would like to have known when I started off, and lots of these that we've covered today are just that. Now, if you didn't see the show earlier on, what I've done here around the aperture bed, I've made sure where my foam pad is connected, what we've got is no connections. So we've got no connection at that point. These one on the outer edge, that's just to counterbalance it. So it doesn't matter that we've got gaps there, don't worry about that. It's just about that middle frame. We've got no gaps where it connects. And then we're going to come along and then let's take, because it's the doggies, let's go in with a chunky glitter. Now, of course, you would have coloured this in As I say, we're going to follow on down that route of just giving you hints, tips and ideas of ways to lay out your cards. You can then, of course, colour and decorate. I mean, this one here is white card. That could be pattern paper if you want it to be. That could be coloured card if you've got any of the linen or the paper within this bundle. So all that I'm doing is I'm just bunching up all of the shaker components into the centre so it doesn't get trapped underneath that foam.
Do you find it a lot more difficult when you're doing an aperture that is small like this, or not really, as long as you're kind of very neat with your shaker bits?
No, I find it fine. I find it okay, but we're just going, it's just about trying to make it easy for yourself as well. So press that down. The only reason I didn't press it down that way is in case I actually stuck that to my glass mat. So I knew that I was firm all the way round, so I turned it around, then pressed down all the way round, although I've just gone and done that. There we go. So that is actually taking, Ben, the actual stamping the dies and turning them into shakers.
Yeah.
So I've still got that foam on the end, so that's going to stick to my card stock or my card blank. I'm just going to add a little bit more. So all I'm doing now is I'm just adding my adhesive to stick it to a matting layer or onto a card blank.
Yeah.
So let's take that off, peel that one off. Now remember, if you're going, of course, for that daily deal showstopper.
Everything you need, isn't it?
Everything that you need and more than you need when it comes to shaker components. So if I then come along into here, and then place that into place like so. What you've then got is you've got your shaker. You're maybe like me though, and you want to kind of do a little bit of framework.
Yeah.
So what you can do as well, let me go into my craft bag and get nest and die. If I can find them offhand, if I can find one of my oval ones. Let's see, can we find it? Here we go. So if I come in with one of my oval, these are just our Matt and Laird dies, nest and dies that launched last year on birthday.
Oh, yes.
But I've got a set, just what we call like prototype. It's the actual ones, but instead of in packaging.
John Cena?
What?
That was his, wasn't that his initial ring name?
Oh, I think it was actually.
Prototype, when he started in...
I think you're right
Yeah,
enough.
I think it is.
I think you're right enough.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is, let's cut that first. So this is just if you want to neaten off that edge, Ben. Maybe you don't want to have that harsh die cut edge.
Yeah.
You know, usually if I do something like a shaker, I will do a thin kind of frame all the way round. Because usually when you do your shakers, it's with some form of Matt and Laird die.
Yeah.
So what I can then do is, now that I've got my oval, if I go back in with the die here, position that in, and I'm just using an oval because that's what came to my mind. It could be a different shape, it could be a rectangle if you want to be, doesn't have to be an oval. It's just for an idea. Remembering flip and rotate our folder.
Midi's on a good deal today, and the Mini's flying as well on a great deal. Currently, Mini versus Midi today in the clash of the manual machines. We've sold the same amount of both. But have a look. I'll go through those deals in a bit for you.
And we will we'll have a look at that later on as well and use that. Let's then add a bit of adhesive. And this could be coloured card if you want to, but if we pop that in to place there, what we've then done is we've kind of just neatened off that edge there, Ben. Created that little bit of an accent. As I say, it could be pattern paper if you want it to be, but we've now turned that into a shaker. You'll have colour, you'll have mats and layers, you'll have it on a card blank.
But the process is there as to how to do that.
The process is there. And see how just that layer within the middle just finishes it off. Irrelevant what colour, what pattern paper, doesn't matter. But just see how it just finishes it off. It's framing that shaker, and you've got the doggies way there into the background for you to then finish.
These stamps are very cute, Caroline Hanley, and if again, you've got all options here because you can buy the full shebang. You can go for the bundles for the various times of the year, so every day, Halloween, Christmas, or if you just want to buy individually, you can do that as well. Hi from East Kilbride, says Isabel Laird.
Oh. Not far from me.
No.
Well, in Scotland.
Same name and same patch.
Yeah.
I mean, not that you're called Isabel, but you're called Laird, obviously. Hi from East Kilbride. I've got my collection ordered and so looking forward to making shaker cards. I've never done them before. Marie says, Craig, wonderful tips and ideas. Isabel says, I'm learning such a lot by watching Crafters TV. I think the new way of having a focus is so good for me and probably all new people to crafting. Yeah, we're glad that you're enjoying these shows, and we're also really glad that you're taking advantage of the deals that we're bringing to you as well. And the great thing is, again, and I'll take you through this before we have a break in just a second, you pick up an amazing kit, like so this kit, or the daily deal, whatever it might be, but then you get the tuition as well from our guys, some of the best in the business right here on Crafters TV, day in, day. No, I mean it when I say it. No, you stop it. You stop it. You. The very best in the business. So then you've got all of that free tuition to take home each and every day. And I know we do things like the Academy of Colour and other things where you can scan QR codes and then get that digital knowledge, if you like, when you're at home. But all these shows will be here for you forever on Facebook and on YouTube. So if you bought this today, you think, oh, I'm stuck for some ideas, you can come back to it and watch Craig teaching you how to do it. Same with the Daily Deal, which we'll go through in just a bit. Helen says, hi all, Craig, you are an excellent teacher. Exactly, thank you. PB Brewer Martin says, today's Daily Deal / Showstopper has been over the top, one of the best sets ever. I concur. Pamela, I concur. I cannot wait to receive it. Rhonda says, FOAR, 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 FOAR. Hey! Lol.
Okay. Took me a minute to work that out there.
Rachel Jones says, I've just ordered my shaker and number collection. Yes! You're one of the final few, Rachel. Cannot wait to get back to some crafting and always fancied trying shaker cards. Emily Rapson. Emily, I'll always remember your name now. As she says, I now solely identify as Pant Lady.
Pant Lady.
Hi all.
Can I just jump in there, Ben, while you're just telling everyone about the details and that? Thank you so much to everyone that's taken my advice today.
Yes.
When it comes to shakers, our small foam pad bundle. If you've already got shaker techniques, maybe you're not in the market for going for that bundle, but you're going to use that 10% on your essentials. The small foam pad bundle, and the reason being is you'll see me in the past when I do shakers, I use the small foam pad bundle because you've got your foam pad strips. I'm just going to then go back and take some more here. Because the small foam pad bundle gives you the foam pad strips. So you've got your two different thicknesses of your foam pad strips. So you know that I do that a lot with shakers. Although you've got the foam on a roll, I do use them. But what it also gives you is your small foam pad circles. So you get them within your small foam pad bundle. When you've used them, don't bin that because that is an actual big foam pad. Chop it up, use it for your foam. So thank you for everyone that's taken my advice because we've sold lots of the small foam pad bundle, but also I think predominantly most of you that have gone for that have also gone for our A4 foam pad sheets. So you've got 5 sheets, you've got 2 sheets of one size, so you've got 2 of the 3mm, 2 of the 2mm, 1 of the 1mm, and you've got different thicknesses. Remember, you can die cut these, so these are great for a seamless join for your foam pad. So well done if you got that. Just wanted to interrupt Ben there. If you are going to be checking out, please pop a couple of them into your baskets.
Linda Sadler says, you guys are great. Well, thank you, Linda. You're great too. The shows are wonderful. I've learned so much by watching and cannot wait to try everything. Trish Listell, hello Trish, says, I can't even believe all the good news in the showstopper today. I just had to get it, and the BOGO special too. Yes, the bonus buy deal. Tammy's bought the Mini today as well for a 5-year-old daughter. And yes, thank you to Pant Lady for joining us tonight. Emily Rapson, if you don't know what we're talking about, check out her post on the Our Crafters companion page. It involves pants. And Emily, you know what to do with those pants, or if you want, just hold on to them, you know, if you've got no one to give them to, and I'll be down in Devon again soon, because Mum and Dad live in Brixham, so I can pass and pick up the pants. Right, before we have a quick break, thank you, by the way. Rachel tells me we've already got 4 questions for Essentials Corner, which we'll be doing in about an hour. More questions, please. Any questions about shaker techniques? Any questions when it comes to die cutting, embossing, stamping, ink pads, glues, pens? You want it, ask that question. And as I said, if you're a beginner, then please feel free to ask. We're not here to go, oh, what a ridiculous question. We're here to help you. If you don't know the answer, let's ask Craig, okay, and get those questions sorted for you. So please get those in. We'll do that, as I say, in about an hour's time. Hello to Ida, who's just joined us from Norway. Hello, lovely to have you with us. This is our Shaker Card Techniques Kit, the daily deal. How many do we have left now? There are, Craig, go on, it's your turn. How many left, Craig?
That
was good. Do it again. There's that many chances left. 14. There's that many chances left to get the deal of the week so far. It's a Technique Shaker Card Kit here. Seeing is believing with this kit, because you get everything which is on display in front of you.
You don't get the Pepsi tin behind it.
No, you don't get the Pepsi tin behind it. Yeah, Craig, we couldn't even see that.
I know, I was just throwing you under the bus.
Yeah, so why did you mention it?
Because it's just cheeky.
Boo.
He is a cheeky boy. He is a cheeky boy. Oh no, that's
Wrong.
Diet Coke.
That's Diet Coke. And need to name another one, Pepsi, Diet Coke, and
No, you don't. That's,
what?
no, you don't now.
No. You know, it used to be a rule of 3, didn't it?
You had to be 3, didn't it?
Yeah, Pepsi, Diet Coke, and Tesco's Own.
Yeah, as long as we're not slagging them, doesn't matter.
No, we're not. I'm drinking. It's very nice too. Anyway, the Techniques Kit.
As long as I'm not saying anything bad about them.
Yes, exactly. That's probably a better way to put it. You're going to get everything in this kit. Right, there's only, how many left now, Craig? That's 13. So by the time I tell you this, it'll all be gone. So you're getting double bubble here, right? So you're getting 22 stamps. Yes, you'll get duplicates, but work twice as fast. Give a set to a friend. They'll also, worth bearing in mind again, they'll also come in separate bags for you. So if you do want to keep one, gift one, you can. You're going to get 40 metal dies that you're seeing here. Those you'll double up on. And then everything else you'll double up on, but that's good because you want more sequins. 2 pots of sequins, 50 grams. You're going to get 32 printed paper sheets, 8x8. You're going to get 2 pots of crystals. You're going to get 52 cardstock panels across sizes of 6x4 and 5.5 by 5.5. You're going to get 20 acetate panels, 5.5 by 5.5. You're going to get 2 pots of your chunky glitter. You're going to get 2 rolls of your red liner tape in the 5mm width. You will receive glass seed beads, 2 pots of. You will receive your foam and a roule, 2 reels of. 2 lots of rub-on transfers. 4 lots of your satin ribbon and 6 lots of your seam binding ribbon in the 6mm width. That should cost £60 or $60. So already you look at this and you go, fantastic. I'm paying only 50, so it's like we're putting £10 back into your pocket and giving you all of this stuff. And as we've said, as Craig has kept hammering home, even if you're not sold on the idea of making shakers, that is a brilliant stash builder. It's absolutely huge. And if we stop there and said that is all, then that's great. But for the next 13 people, you get then all of this stuff for free. 10 more meters of foam on a roll, more of your sequins in that iridescent design, 4 of our tweezers, 24 sheets of our linen cardstock from the Age of Elegance, about 126, I think, components in that little circus kit from Violet Studios. It's little bows, it's pom-poms, it's gems. You're going to get the jet black quick dry ink pad. All of this free. You're getting more of our acetate. You're also getting the sequins, the big 50-gram tub from the Honeysuckle collection for free. You're going to get another big pot of our shaker glitter for free. You're getting a set of our amazing cross-stitch frames for free. All of that for the next 13 people and double points, plus you can get an extra 10% off. And for the next 13 people, your bonus buy, which is all shaker related as well. And once again, if you want a tutorial on how to put these together, Craig earlier on the New Year New Craft show showed you how to do the number 10. Nice and simple. Took you through it step by step. Go back, watch that show. But it's 34 dies, 4 stamps included in there as well. More opportunities to be able to make shaker elements for your cards, and then more consumables, more foam on a roll, more of your glitter, shaker beads, and shaker sequins. You will get that for half price if you pop it into your basket with your Shaker Techniques kit, but only the next 13 people. I would imagine by the time we come back, this could be gone. That price will half when you check it out, as I say, with that kit, but please do it in this break. Don't wait, because you are now running the risk of missing out. When we come back, more to show you here on Beautiful Beginnings, plus keep those questions coming in for our little sit-down section later on. Let's get to the break. When we come back, more of your comments. And right now, let's hear from more of you as you tell us what you think about Crafters TV. Here's Christine Mahoney.
Hello, my name is Christine Mahoney. I love Crafters TV for so many reasons. Number one is the enjoyment I get from watching Ben and all of the demonstrators making the projects. That's what sells me on buying the products, because they show us how to use them. I love all of the products and all of the paper pads, of course, and everyone involved in Crafters TV and Crafters Companion. And of course the interaction with all of the people that write in. I met some of my best friends for life from Crafters TV, so thank you very much. So, cheers to my favorite crafting company of all time. You bring me such joy, like the taste of this fine red wine. The products, the people, and Crafters TV bring me joy, make me happy, and you're all family to me. I love you all so very much. Now let's all stay in touch. Cheers.
My day-to-day life is pretty busy in work. Literally, I get in the door, I check my polls, I then check what I've got to demo, I get everything ready. It's just busy, busy, busy from there. I have a meeting with the producer, the director, we get then sorted for the shows, talk to the presenter. Depends what side I'm on. I mean, sometimes I'm doing the presenting side, sometimes I'm doing the demonstration side, and I love both. It's actually who I get to work with. That's, yeah, I can't say no more than that, other than anybody that works here. We are a family. We're so super friendly. I love Ben. I love it when we work together. And I don't mean that I don't love anyone else. It's the fact that Ben is the presenter and then I'm demonstrating, and we just have this great rapport. Same with Craig, same with Deb, same with the whole team. So yeah, the best part of the day is just getting to work with the best people in the industry. Oh, a night out. In the morning. Oh, none. I only drink water. Oh, well, I'm cutting out sugar, so it's got to be savoury. Masterclass. Oh, I can't leave the house without my lipstick. Oh, I love a baked potato. I relax, so I literally drive home normally and then I relax.
He's already over in Essentials Corner. We're not doing that for another 45 minutes!
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Mate, I want to join you over there as well for a nice little cosy chat.
Oh, I've just on my socials there, catching up with everyone. You guys that have been leaving comments.
That's my...
Not within this show, but on my social pages. Craig Laird CC. That's Instagram. That's, of course, Facebook. It is on TikTok. And if you are across on YouTube, then go across to YouTube and go Craig Laird CC. Just going to let you know. CC4, 8 left. We had the 4 craftsmen.
Oh yeah, the 4 craftsmen.
Yeah.
Who were the 4 horsemen?
So it was Ric Flair, wasn't it?
Yeah,
And
Arn
then
Anderson.
Arn Anderson,
Ollie Anderson, was it?
Joan Anderson. I can't remember who the 4 horsemen were. So, well, we've got the 4 craftsmen, Nicola. We've got me, we've got Ben, we've got you, we've got Jamie. Yeah, but nowadays, you know, women can be within them, yeah. Or we could be me, we could be Ben, we could be Jake, and then we could be, of course, Jamie.
And don't forget, Big Pop. Hi to Carol, who says, I just checked out and forgot the phone tape. Dang! Well, check out again. Don't forget, if you spent your 50, you've still got your free shipping. Yes, Teresa Campbell, once you spent your 50, you're then tagged for the rest of the day up until midnight. And I think it's midnight our time. So yes, we are still doing that. I'm going to let you know day by day. I know Sarah said for the rest of the week earlier, but I'm just going to go day by day with you. So hopefully again tomorrow. Jane says, here's tonight's joke. Hey Ben, I named my dogs Rolex and Timex. They're watchdogs.
Yeah.
Lol. And Darlene says, hi Ben and Craig, I have enjoyed all of the deals and received some of my shipments already from last week. Thanks to you all and the warehouse team for the super quick shipments. And thank you for shopping with us, Darlene. Thank you so much. I feel like, yeah, we are back on form. I feel like the shows are buzzing. Hopefully you guys agree. I feel like the warehouse team are getting stuff out. Feels like the good old days again. So thank you so much everyone for your positivity and love, which we are seeing in droves on the socials and within the shows. Keep the questions coming because we will be sat on the couch in about 45, 50 minutes time. What about, though, a phenomenal deal? I've just seen the price. The Taking Flight creator card dies. They're £20. £20. Hey! Use your code, they're 18 quid. These are but if you've already been tagged, free shipping, these will be taking flight for free. These were phenomenal when we launched these. These were phenomenally popular. Big creator card dies. Ability here for you to be able to do your colouring, paper piecing. Oh, shaker cards.
Yes, what we're going to do.
But look at all, in here, no word of a lie. Is it the last one? I'll make sure it's the last one. Yes, one of my favourite creator card dies that we've ever done. No, producer Nicola, it's not your favourite, which is the one after this. So you've got the stunning lady butterfly. And again here, you do get the 2 dies, so you can cut it out as a trapeur or cut it straight into your card stock to create a brilliant card. Oh, use your old illusion film as well. That would look incredible on there. Right, so this is called Admiral Butterfly, but producer Nick calls this the Moth because she thinks it looks a bit mothy. I get that. I can only go by the name on the board though, and that is called Admiral Butterfly. What ho, Admiral Butterfly? Then, oh, your dainty dragonfly. Now dainty about that though, because that is a big, bold statement piece. And then last but by no means least, this is fantastic. The bee, the sweet bumblebee. I can't remember if someone did this or whether I thought this in my head and thought it was like a nice idea. Obviously you can paper piece this with like your, your cardstock and whatnot, but get some of your like flock on there as well. Like the black flock would be really good on here to make it like more tactile. If you wanted to colour these, if you wanted to illusion film these, I mean, seriously, I think all the wings are going to look amazing with your illusion film. But also, as Craig is going to show you in just a few moments' time, think about shaking with these too. It is a stunning deal. 20 quid for 4 is just exceptional. Double points. You'll get your free gift today as well. Safe to say, that's one of the deals of the week. I think that is incredible value for money. They're 4 real standout dies, these, Craig, aren't they? Which is your favourite, incidentally, out of those 4? Have you got one?
It's got to be the bumblebee.
It is, isn't it?
It has to be that bumblebee. The size of it, the intricacy of it, the versatility of it. Jamie just asked a really good question, and I thought I would just answer it there, because he's saying, could you use the illusion film as a replacement for acetate for shakers?
Oh, yeah.
Now, ultimately, the question is yes. However, your illusion film is coloured. So what it's going to do is it's going to take away the colour of the shaker implement, and maybe on some occasion you'll hear the shaker but you won't see it. Now if you want that, that's a good idea, do that, hear the shaker but don't see it. So I would tend to, really good question Jamie, and yes, give it a shot. For me, I would steer away from illusion film within shakers because I want to see the shaker components, Ben.
Yeah.
But give it a shot.
Any more questions like that, you fire them in because it's Beautiful Beginnings. That's what it's all about. That's your free gift today as well, by the way, the magazine. Jane says, sorry, I was off my game today. No, you weren't. That joke was funny. I enjoyed it. Lynn says, I love the dragonfly and the bumblebee. Let us know what your favourite is in this collection, but snap it up because it's a really good deal. And just as we go over to Craig, he's going to get ready for the demo and he will tell you how many of our daily deals we've got left. 7.
Actually, let's go that way. Oh no, that's even worse probably. Let's go that way.
7. What can you show us?
Going to do a shaker. Earlier on, when we were talking about Pepsi, I'm just saying, no one's told me to say this. If I did say a Scottish word that maybe some of you thought, oh, I do apologise. Just another Scottish-ism.
It's not the worst one in the world, mate.
Just saying.
Not as bad as the one you said last year.
Just want to clarify, it is an innocent word in Scotland, but just in case, I do apologise. But here we go. Look at that bin there. Isn't it cute? Isn't it? Well,
Yeah.
actually, no, it's not cute. It's elegant.
Elegant.
It's sophisticated. This has been made as a Mother's Day card, which, of course, Mother's Day we've got in March here in the UK. A little bit later when it comes to you guys stateside. Every one of these, absolutely, Nicola, would be really, really good as a sympathy.
Yeah.
Maybe go in with
That's
a bit of grey,
brilliant.
maybe a little bit of ivory in there. That's putting vellum at the back. So if you want to put vellum at the back, you can do that.
And is that just, not paper pieced, what do you call it?
Drop shadowed, and these are paper pieced.
That's
Yes.
brilliant effect.
Yeah. So if you look on our YouTube channel, you will find demos that I've done that, paper pieced into place. This is a good example where you can then, of course, do an additional easel. But if you were to turn it into a shaker, that's giving you an example of how that would, obviously, that would be all sealed all the way around.
Brain trying to function here then as well. So you could, because that one's partly paper pieced, so you could part paper piece and then still shaker card it.
Of course you can.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No problem at all. What you might want to do is do selective paper piecing in the smaller bits. What I mean by that, for anyone that's new, I love paper piecing, but that is so detailed. I wouldn't necessarily paper piece at all. I would do selective paper piece. But yeah, what you need to keep in mind, if you paper piece, you're not going to see the shakers behind.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't paper piece those sections. I would leave them visible so you can see the shakers. And this is an example. I know I showed it earlier on, but I drop shadowed and then I paper pieced in the body that you can see within there.
Just thinking, you're probably going to do this now. The bee with the honeysuckle sequins.
That's what I'm going to do.
From the collection.
I need to borrow your set, but yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
I'm bringing it over.
And the thing is I don't need to say, well, you could have used what's within the Showstopper bundle. That is in the Showstopper bundle, Showstopper deal of the day. So you've got that versatility out of everything. And that's what's been so refreshing today, Ben. Use this and don't say, you have to buy that, you have to do this, you have to get that to do what I'm doing. Pretty much everything that I've done today has involved everything that you're getting within that daily deal, the extras you've shown.
Yeah.
You've gone for the half price number shakers. You've got everything in there, and that's what's just been brilliant. So, how to turn them into a shaker. Let's go black and white again. We will bring in some of that pattern paper from that daily deal. Let's go, and I might change it to, actually, let's go in with that one because it's got some yellowy tones to work in. One with the bumblebee and two with the sequins. Now, of course, if I'm going to do this, I would probably use white tones, yellow tones, etc., etc.
Yeah.
But for the sake of showing you how to do it, let's do the black and white. Now, what I'm going to do is, and I say this all the time with shakers, Ben, or crate of card dies.
Yeah.
Very rarely do I use that outer die. What I'll do is I'll cut my cardstock to the size I want and then cut that in. So if I take my white card, so that actual die itself is just over 4, just over 6. So let's go 4.5 by 6.5. So that's me created my own block. If I was to use this outer die, that would have made it a little bit smaller. So you've got versatility in how thick you want the actual edges. So let's move that one out the way.
There are 6 daily deals left now.
Please, guys, if you've been humming and hawing, I would not say you have to buy some. Well, do you know what? Doesn't matter what it is. You don't have to buy it.
No.
Of course you don't. But if there's anything that I could highly recommend that you should have within your stash, whether you use them as shakers or whether you use them as something to start your crafting journey with no intentions of doing shakers, but you've got cardstock, you've got ribbons, you've got embellishments, you've got acetate, you've got foam on a roll, you've got red liner tape, you've got stamps, you've got dies. Great way to start your crafting journey. Or if you are a crafter that's been crafting for some time, great way to replenish your stock.
Absolutely.
So this is the great thing about it, is you don't have to be using them for that shaker element. So let's prize that out. Now look at that. How
incredible.
Gorgeous is that? Even just black and white, exceptional. Now, this is where I'm saying, I don't need to come and say, oh, well, you have to buy this extra. So if I use the square acetate, look at that, it's not big enough, Ben. But if I use half of the A4 acetate that you've also got included, not paying any extra, naturally, we're giving it away, aren't we?
Yeah,
It's free, and you're already saving on your actual bundle itself. So I've taken some of the A4 acetate and just chopped it down. So I'm going to go round the outer edges with my red liner tape, which is included. Now at home, I would add adhesive here in the middle. I'm not going to do that for time's sake here, but we are just going to go round with our red liner tape, and we're just going to fill these edges in, and then we're going to pop our acetate, and then we can start to build our card.
Lots of love coming through for these dies. Janelle loves the butterfly. Bumblebee, the winner for me, says Marta. And Renetta says, hi, Craig and Ben from Scotland. I'm looking forward to getting my shaker kit. Never done it before. And it's lovely, actually, Renetta. That's not the first message I've read out today that's like that. A lot of people, I think, have bought into this, bought into the value. And like Craig said, even if you are just buying it because you're thinking, right, value is off the chart, I'm buying it, I want the papers, I want the cardstock, I want all the extras, you might make a shaker down the line. It doesn't matter, whichever way you're going for this, whether you're a shakeaholic or you're someone who's thinking you might dabble into it, just the value for money is incredible. And for the next 6, probably less than that, people, it is an insane deal. Jennifer Love ordered it earlier. She said that I already have the craft kit, but I wanted to top up on some stuff. Couldn't resist at that price. There you go, Craig. People just wanting to top up like Jennifer.
Top it up.
Yeah.
Top up. Absolutely. Great thing to do about that. I did mention this in the earlier show, if you didn't see it. Both the actual shaker techniques, they come individually packaged.
Yes.
So if you want to gift one of them or keep one for a birthday gift, then of course you do that. You will have the web address in each box that takes you to the videos that I've done for them. So it's not as if you have to decide who gets what. You get one of everything for whoever you're giving it to.
Just as a by-the-by as well, if you want storage for the bags they come in, that folder is also on our £10 deals today as well.
So this time, what I'm going to do, now this is one that you would need to then buy separate should you wish to do that. It's just I want to show you what I mean. Either use your foam on a roll that you've got included, or if I use, which is what I usually do, and that is the actual strips that come in the foam pad bundle, the small foam pad bundle. So I'm going to work my way around. Now, yes, please keep in mind the fact that they're not long enough. So all that you're going to do is you're going to make sure that you've got that join all the way around, and we're just going to follow all the way around with our foam pad strips, which come within that small foam pad bundle. And you've got your 2 widths. So for this one, I'm using the thicker width that you get included. Travel all the way down. And then we can then start to finish that one off here. I hope, and I don't know for sure because I've not actually asked anyone yet, but I hope down the line we can do these individually.
Yes.
Or even packs of them on their own.
Well, I think that's a really good shout, and you can only put it to the powers that be, can't you?
Well, that's it. It's the fact that if you are doing a shaker that's maybe like a thin width, you've got your thin width that you can see here. So there you go. That is using the small foam pad bundle. So well done for those that have also gone for that today. If you want to stabilise it with some foam in the middle, you can do that. I'm not going to do it for the sake of time. And then let's take I'm going to take my cards. What did I say? That was 4.5 by 6.5, didn't I? So let's just say 5.5 by 7.5. Let's just see, we can make it smaller. Let's do 5 by 7. 5 by 7, like so, yep. And then if I come in with this one, if we do 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, it's just, what I want to do is I don't want everything to just be black and white within the technique demos. I want to add a little bit of colour. And then look at that. So you've got the bumblebee. What you could have done, before you pop the acetate, do the bumblebee in black again and do that drop shadow to really elevate it. So what we then do, let's stick that together and then we'll bring in the sequins and, actually, do you know what? Let's do a little bit of both because we'll need a fair bit of sequins. So let's...
You're going to be all right if you've got this kit.
You definitely are. Absolutely. You're not going to be lacking on any shaker elements, that's for sure.
No. And actually, like you said, the ones you've got, I know you've got the sequins from the honeysuckle, but the bags that you get with the technique kit are actually a really lovely colour to work with this as well, aren't they? The one
to be honest,
the bag there.
any of them. You know, because your iridescent chunky glitter, that's going to pick up any colour. You've got your beads that are multicolour, and then you've got your micro beads. Now, anyone that watches me on my YouTube, Ben, and you know that I use Sticks 2's micro beads, that, I'm not saying that is theirs, but that is the exact same equivalent. So if anyone's like, oh, Craig, I love what you're using there, can't get them stateside, can't get them Europe, wherever, these are essentially exactly the same. So that's a little help for you. So let's take the backing off first. So because it is the foam pad strips, we're going to have a few little connection joins. So we just need to then take that off and that off, that. So there we go. Now either, as I showed you within the show earlier on, put your shakers in there, another layer of acetate to create that barrier for it to be a little bit more of a comfort to you at home, or do what I do and I go direct onto my card, and then we're going to really start to pile that in. And by the way, these won't go to waste, these cards at done. They will be used in some form. And then I'm going to go in here, let's just put more in. Usually, or earlier on, I talked about a little well to stop everything rolling about. That's only referencing the little beads. It's not essential with these because these are smaller sequins, but this is the great thing with them together. You've got your peach and you've got your yellow. These are your traditional size sequins. These are your mini sequins, so they'll work well together. So let's flatten that out. Because what you don't want as well, Ben, is you don't want it too high to start with. Because if you pop that on there, press the foam, what you've got is you've got a thickness in the centre that's then crushing all the sequins, so it stops it from shaking.
And also more likely, I suppose, to sort of stick it, particularly if you've forgotten to use your anti-static bag.
Yeah, Exactly.
Yeah, I notice you always do this actually, to sort of smooth them out, don't you?
Smooth them out, yeah, to stop that dome effect in the middle. And then let's pop that into place. And let's, wow. Oh my word. Who is going to get that last one?
If you're trying to check out now the Last Techniques kit and you get it, can you please let us know in the comments if it's you? There's one left,
And
which means one more bonus buy as well.
Do you know what, Ben? Very, very quickly,
Yeah.
let's take a strip of the card. Let's do it, I don't know, about half an inch or so. How wide is that? 4.5 I said, didn't I? So if I do that, let's come along with the rub-ons and let's do, what do you think?
I can't see him.
You're so thoughtful, I love you. Could just a note, let's celebrate you. Hello, beautiful.
Hello, beautiful.
Hello, beautiful, will we do that? Now, don't worry about rub-ons. You don't have to properly fussy cut. So if you're like, oh, I don't like fussy cutting, don't worry about that. We're just going to take that out. We're then going to peel the backing off. What I'm doing is I'm going to use my glass mat just so that I can try and get this central.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to do this, we start at 0. So let's get that central. I will come into the middle of my glass mat in a minute, press that in, then take something like a burnishing tool, lollipop stick, bone folder, something like that, and then we're going to press that in. We're going to give that a really, really good press, and then we're carefully prise that off. If any bits stick to that,
Yeah.
what to do is just pop it down again,
Okay.
burnish it back.
Yeah.
We've got our sentiment, and then let's take a bit of black. Now, when I do panel sentiments, I don't tend to do matte and layer at the side. I kind of just cut it off, essentially. I'll explain that in a moment. So if we chop that off, and then neaten that off, neaten that off. So I have my matte and layer top and bottom, but not on the left and the right. And then, of course, we could always use our foam on a roll to lift it up. Let's take that off, bring that in, and even just go into there.
That is
There we go.
buzzing.
Just needs to go onto a card blank, but there we go. So that is used, other than the die, of course, you've gone in with the elements from, of course, the big bundle, but that's from your Taken Flight, and that is the honeysuckle sequence, and obviously the peachy tone mini sequence, which are all included.
I think the, well, let's choose first of all, but I think that kit might have sold out now because I've got Lisa Banuelos saying last minute got the shaker deal, didn't need it, but the amount of extras made it too good a value to pass up. And then we've got Sandra who says, OMG, I think I just got the last kit. I was on the fence for 2 hours. Glad I got it. I think it could be gone. We will confirm or deny shortly. But if you want this kit, if you want to be able to recreate the card that Craig has just done, then there you go. That beautiful Bumblebee is included within the bundle. And if you want all of these individually, like if you just want the Bumblebee, for example, then you can grab that on its own with a 15% saving. Best way is to buy the bundles, though. So, Sweet Bumblebee. You'll also receive your Dainty Dragonfly. You've got that moth, as our Nicola would call it, but it's the Admiral Butterfly if you're looking for that individually. And then you have also got your Lady Butterfly. Incredible value for money. Eileen says, this is so beautiful. I've just bought the set. Well done, Eileen. You've got an absolute steal there. It's 68 quid, 80 bucks, £20 or $24 if you're platinum. Still up for more questions, please. We will be heading to the sofas in just a little while. We have 6 confirmed questions so far. There is still space for yours, so please feel free to ask. What normally happens actually when we sit down for Essentials Corner, we start with the questions that you guys have sent in, and then we start getting more questions, and by the time we sort of get to the end, we have so many I don't get to answer them all. So get your question in first. I will answer them in the order that they've come in. So if you do wait and then ask one later on, we might not get round to it. So if you've got a definite question, please send it in. I must say also hi to Renetta, who says, it is nice to be part of this community. I'm a wheelchair user and I'm in the house a lot with my wee dog. Well, Renetta, we love the fact that we can be with you. What sort of dog you got? You know me. You knew I was going to ask that. I love dogs. What sort of dog you got? What's it called, please? And send pictures. Vanessa says, wow, Craig, that is a beautiful card. It certainly is. And we've been very, very busy today. By the way, has the kit sold out now? Or is there still one left? We think it might have. We've been very, very busy on our die cutting machines. Now, earlier on I was showing the deal on the MIDI, which I know has proved very, very popular indeed with the free goodie bag. This has also been popular, the Gemini Mini machine. And let's just talk discounts here as well for a second, because if you decide that you want to buy this today, and it's the only thing that you're going for, yes, you'll get your free gift, but you will also use your Leanne code, because you can use it on machines today. So another $239 will come off that price tag on the screen, another $399 if you are platinum in the US. Gemini Mini, the wee little mini but mighty manual machine that you see our guys use time and time again. Look at that. It's absolutely brilliant. You've got your 6x3 plate, or 6x3 folder in here, I should say. And what's so brilliant about this, it's such a time saver. You can run loads of dies through here very, very quickly, very easily. You'll see, you know, Craig and the Debbies using this, and they don't need to kind of, you know, pop those smaller dies through the bigger machines, rattle it through the Mini. Things like those Mini Expressions dies that, you know, we had a deal on yesterday. Things like if you're doing, making flowers, flower forming, all those kind of things, those smaller dies where you don't need the bigger machine, you can run them through here really quickly, and it's just super portable, super powerful, and of course you'll get that precise cut and that precise emboss as well. Suckers on the bottom again, so wherever you place it, it is going to stay in place, and simple to use. There you go. You've got your folder, so that's where you're going to do all of your die cutting. And then you've also got your plastic shim as well. It's a clear plastic shim with the new Raspberry Mini. You're going to use that with your 2D embossing folders, 3D embossing folders. You can pop straight through there. Great machine to have alongside an electric. Great one to start with. Also a really good manual machine if you want the kids to get involved with your crafting as well. I know a lot of people say that they buy these for their kids and, you know, their grandkids. Absolutely brilliant way to go. The deal is incredible today, as I say, because you get that amazing price. You get your discount when you use your Leanne code, and we're going to give you the free storage bag as well. I want to say that is worth like $12.99 on its own. Yes, $12.99. $16.95, so that is included today. I'm not surprised to learn that. That today is our Hero Tool. Grab it whilst you can with the double points, with the discount. Super, super deal on that one. Am I showing another deal now, did you say as well? Oh, Craig has another deal. Thank you to Lisa, by the way, who says, I have the Bumblebee die and the others. Love the statement they make. Impressive die sets. And Crafty Stacey Lou says, I love my Mini and I would not be without it. Yeah, it always helps as well. Like, you know, if you're thinking about jumping in and buying, if you're on the fence, check the comments. Check, you know, if you're thinking about getting a Mini tonight, read what Stacey Lou's saying, read what other people are saying. Ask the questions in the comments to your, you know, your fellow crafters, and if they've got a particular product or got a particular machine in this case, they'll tell you how much they love it. And I think that's probably even more powerful than us telling you how great things are here on the channel, because if you've got fellow crafters and fellow customers saying, well, I've got a Mini and mine's absolutely brilliant, or, you know, I've got this kit and I absolutely love it, then I think that's a very powerful message from them as well. But that is a super deal tonight. One of our most popular machines, free storage bag, and if you use that Leanne code, you'll get 10% 20% off that price, and you'll get your double points, and you'll also get your free gift as well. I don't think you need to worry today as far as that free gift is concerned, because we had a really deep stock of the magazines. I think that's the best one that we've done over the course of the last 8 days. But pick it up. It's one per customer, and if you want this magazine with all the freebies in it and the free papers, you will need to shop and spend 10 today, because that free gift will change tomorrow, regardless of whether that is still in stock or not. We're going to have a look at some more £10, $10 deals. Keep the questions coming in. We're going to go over to the sofas. We've got 6 confirmed so far. Let's have some more questions, whatever you want to ask. We've got Craig here, for goodness sake, so please, let's use him, let's ask the questions, and if you're sat there thinking, oh, I've got a question, but that's really silly, it isn't. If you don't know the answer, it's not a silly question. So please, please, please pipe up and ask it, and chances are, if you're thinking of a question, 20 other people will be thinking the same thing, and you may as well, because otherwise, if not, we're just going to be sat there twiddling our thumbs for 20 minutes, so fire away. I knew he'd show this next deal, because in case you're new to the channel, Craig is a bit of a fan of linen cardstock.
I am indeed. So for those of you that are new to us, but maybe not new to crafting, and you wonder, well, exactly where do your love for the linen cardstock come from? You'll have known, many that have crafted for a while, the brand of Basil Basics cardstock still goes about, but it's under the umbrella now of American Crafts. Absolutely love Basil Basics, still use Basil Basics to this day, and that's where my love of like a linen cardstock comes. Now look at the deep tones that you've got here. Yes, it says Halloween in the title, but as we always keep going on about, when it comes to linen cardstock, essentially ignore the name in the title. Now, if you're using this to replenish your Halloween stock, brilliant, great price. However, you have got those bold, beautiful colours. These are going to be great for your masculine cards because you've got the deep tones in there, that earthy colour tones. What you have got is you've got 6 colours, and then you've got 4 of each within these one. That's giving you 24 sheets in total. You're going to see in a moment that linen effect that we've got. Just see if I stay still, and it's very light, and that's why I like it. It's not too overly embossed, it's not too overly textured, but it's that little bit of a tactile feel for when you're making your cards. It's always good, if possible, you know, price dependent, if you're going to be posting it, to make it tactile where you can. For those, even those that may be visually impaired, even if you're not, it's nice to have that touchy-feely aspect to your card. So to get all of those colours, when it comes to the linen cardstock, great to replenish the stock of your Halloween collection, although you've got your earthy colour tones there when it's going to work for maybe your garden collections as well. To get all of that £10, $10, it is 250 GSM each of these sheets, each 24 sheets, but if you're platinum, you're then going to be £8 or $8. In actual fact, if you put in that code, of course, Leanne10, that's then going to bring out that full 24 sheets. Can you believe it? You're going to be getting that at £7.20 or $7.20 for your linen cardstock. Grab that, and if you can, go for 2, maybe 3. It's another one I would recommend. And this one.
Oh yeah. I've been going to the gym and everything. Yes, if you want more linen cardstock, this is our Star Buy linen cardstock collection. Everything he said and more here, because look, you've got a beautiful selection of the cardstock from the Age of Elegance. The Age of Elegance collection. 8 colours here, 24 sheets, 3 sheets of each. And this is a Star Buy because you get 24 sheets here, absolutely stunning colours. Then you're going to get all of your autumnal colours from the Thankful and Blessed collection. This is it just feels so gorgeous, like Craig was saying. If you love like more sort of tactile cards as well, these really are incredible. The depth and detail of that linen effect is marvellous. 6 different colours in here, and you are going to get 4 sheets of each across your autumnal colours. That is where you stop paying, and then for free we are going to give you your Myths and Legends colours. And oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Someone's been hacking into that one. And again, you know, these did come with a collection. So if you have got the Myths and Legends and you need more of the linen cardstock for your crafts, then brilliant stuff. But actually, just take a look at this and just enjoy all of the different colours that you've got within this pad, and wherever you can work it into your crafts, it doesn't always have to be with the Myths and Legends collection. That is just a lovely collection of beautiful greens and purples and blues and yellows in there. Again, 8 colours, 3 sheets of each, giving you your 24. That's free. And then the bumper Fright Night collection of linen cardstock, where you get 40 sheets, 10 colours, 4 sheets of each. Look, just a beautiful colour palette here. Yes, there's colours in here that you'll use for Halloween, of course, but look at all of these other colours. You know, for beautiful florals, for beautiful springtime, summertime projects, you've got colours in there for all of that too. 40 sheets there that you are getting for free, alongside your Myths and Legends, which is free when you buy the Age of Elegance and the Thankful and Blessed collection. Huge buy that on the linen cardstock. £23.98 is your platinum price, or £31.92. But again, use that code. If you've not yet used your Leanne 10 code today, use it and you can get another, what, nearly £2.40, $3.20 off the price tag that you are seeing on the screen. Now, I am just being told, I think, in my ear, that the Shaker Card Technique Kit...
No.
You don't know what I'm going to say yet?
I think I can preempt, because it says it on my screen as well.
Oh. The Shaker Card Technique Kit. Let's go over to Craig to find out how many we've got left.
Don't scream and shout, it's now
sold out!
Boom!
Well done, everybody. That, I think, has been the deal of the week. Well done if you got it all. And hopefully the majority of you who did buy that took advantage of that bonus buy. Just to say, the bonus buy won't be sold out. I mean, it is sold out that you can't get it for half price, but if you want those shaker numbers, you will still be able to pick those up for the price that you would normally pay. Use your code there as well with those to get that discount. I'm so pleased so many of you got that deal. Should we have a look at some more £10, $10 deals?
Yes, please.
What have you got?
Oh, I've got, when we first launched them, you know how I kept going on and on and on and on and on about them? Our slimline dies. These ones being our slimline advanced nest and die duo. 6 dies in total. What's lovely about that? Mix and match. These would have been also great to create shakers, although if you've gone, of course, for that deal today, deal of the day, you can still do that. Or, of course, if you've already got elements to create shakers, use these to create the shakers. Big dies. These are really elongated dies. You're going to find that they are 8.3 inches, but you have got the width of them, which are 3.3. So these are giving you that fine edge all the way around. Every single die, all 6 are completely different. That's why, of course, they will work well. You've got more of that rounded, and then you've got more of that straight rectangle there. Nice to have that outer rectangle with an elongated kind of pointy diamond within there as well. The fact that you're getting both of these £10, $10, or platinum price £8, $8. You would usually be round about that £15, £16 mark. Each of them, you can see it there, $29.98, $48, $5.96. But you're going to be getting them £10, $10. Or, of course, if you then are platinum, you're going to get them for £8, $8. You're going to put in that code Leanne10, and you're going to get both sets, 6 dies, big dies. You're going to be getting them for £7.20 or $7.20, but only for today with that code.
9 confirmed questions now for Essentials Corner. Roll up, roll up, roll up. Still room for yours. Thank you to lovely Rhonda, who says, my go-to machines are the Mini and Midi. There you go, both on brilliant deals today. Check the shop to show. And Janice Watson says, my Mini was my first ever CC product. I didn't even know what die cutting was. Boy, have I come a long way since then. Janice, you and me alike, I still remember my very, very first show. It was with Leanne on another channel. When they said you're going to be selling dies, I thought I was going to be selling little pots of colour.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are these? Dies? What do they do then? mind blown.
It's funny, I always remember as well, one of my first times in the early days, many of you will know Sue Wilson.
Oh, yeah.
Incredible lady who does the most incredible collection. She's Florida-based, she's American, but Sue Wilson. And I remember once on that channel, it was alert of what was coming up. Sue Wilson dies. I was like,
oh, no.
hey, like Craft Channel, alert. But I know it sounds funny, but I was being serious at the time. It was just the way that it was written, but it was coming up. It didn't have coming up, but it just had Sue Wilson dies.
Yeah, you can sometimes, read that a little bit wrong. Ronetta Murray, who's with us, who has the little dog. She's got a little Yorkshire Terrier cross. He's 4. I love his name. He's called Jasper.
What a nice name.
Jasper. Oh, I love Yorkies. My nan, bless her, used to have a couple of Yorkies back in the day. Lovely little dogs. Poppy and Penny. Really cool. Really super cute.
I think my gran had a Yorkie years ago. If it was not before I was born, it was just when I was baby age. I think, in a way.
They're nice dogs to, like, if you're not, able to go out and do a lot of walking and stuff like that, then they're great companion dogs, and, you can just pop them out in the garden and they have a little trot around or whatever, and that's sometimes like enough exercise for them.
It's the same with, contrary to belief, isn't it? It's the same with greyhounds.
Oh, greyhounds are the laziest dogs in the world.
Yeah, a lot of people think that greyhounds need a lot of work, need a lot of walks, need to be running, and in actual fact, it's the complete opposite, isn't it?
Our next door neighbour when we lived in Bucks had a greyhound, Tommy Greyhound, and we used to walk him sometimes with Mac when he was around, and you'd be dragging him out, and he'd just be like, "Oh, I really don't want to," and he'd just be happy just laying on the sofa all day. Used to love eating sardines. He was a lovely dog, but he was very, very smelly, both ends. And we also look after another greyhound now, because my wife is a dog walker, and we sometimes have dogs bored, and we've got one that stays with us, another greyhound called Carter, and he's exactly the same. Like, he goes out on a walk, he'll if I have to, but he just wants to sit on the sofa all day.
Yeah. Gosh.
Funny, isn't it? I love dogs.
Me too.
And that's it, isn't it? They all have got their different personalities. Each dog and each breed has their own different
cult of personalities.
Yeah, it is the cult of personalities. Bought the Mini on a birthday deal, says Hilary. Talking about someone who loves dogs. I use it more than any other machine. It is such a great addition to my Crafty arsenal. And Pamela says, I can so recommend getting the Mini. Love mine. I have the OG, but I have so many little things I want to cut, and I do not have to get the big machine out. Yes, exactly, Pamela. Another quick deal on our beautiful ditzy floral frames. I love the fact that we have coupled up together here the squares and the rectangles. And I initially thought that it was £10, but it is not. It is £10 for the 2 right here. And again, bread and butter, I suppose, when it comes to your dies. I love the fact that these have got that beautiful detailing in, though, the ditzy floral detailing across both the squares and the rectangles. Great, of course, for framing your projects. Great if you want to pop in things like your decoupage, little florals. I just love the examples on the front of the packaging here, where you just cut them all, pop a little sentiment on the front. I mean, quick, easy, but very impactful, these dies, aren't they?
That's it, they really are. And these really are so simple for shakers, Ben, because each of them, you've got the 2 sets, but all 6 dies, die cuts in actual frame. So therefore, die cut it, stick it onto acetate, do of course your foam on a roll, and then that's you then ready to go. But yeah, I like the tiny little dots in between the little flourish leaves. I like to do selective paper piece.
Yeah.
Or that's a good placement where to put your gems and pearls as well.
Should be 30 quid, 40 bucks, £8 or $8 if you are a Platinum member. Love the extra savings using the code, says Mary Pat. It's today only, I believe 1 per customer. Please, please, please make sure you use it. It won't be here tomorrow as far as I know. And Gillian Denton says, I have to admit, I don't use linen card very often, even though I have got quite a stash of it. I need to challenge myself to use the linen card more. Glitter markers.
Yes. Can I just counterbalance that and say I'm the same, but with Centura Pearl. I've got an abundance of Centura Pearl, but other than when I'm kind of going spur of the moment demos with Centura Pearl. I don't use it a lot. Gorgeous card, but it's because I prefer linen card.
Yeah, each to their own, isn't it?
Each to their own, absolutely. Another cracking one that we had, and we gave you a preview earlier on this morning on Wake Up Call, being our glitter pens. Now these are water-based. These have got a hard nib, so these are brilliant to actually handwrite if you want to. But what you can also do is you can paint with them because they are water-based, and I'll show you what I mean within a moment there. But you got your 6 exquisite bright colours. You are going to be getting your golden glow, electric pink, ultraviolet, you've got your fiery red, supernova, you've also then got your yellow cosmos here. So really nice to handwrite with, incredibly smooth, it's not like a chunky glitter and it's not like a brush. All of these have been primed bar one of them, so I did show you this morning in Wake Up Call how to prime the pen, so you can always go back and watch that. You only need to prime it once. The one thing you will do, and I talked you through it earlier on briefly within Wake Up Call, you don't need to prime it each time, but give it a shake so you can hear that ball bearing. And then I've just taken a bit of waste, which was the packaging from the shakers, and then you can see how well and how fine
Is that your signature?
they write. No, I've just done just done.
It does look like he's written cucumber, Nicola. Is that what you've written?
It was cucumber. No.
Cucumber. He's written his shopping list.
But can you imagine doing your signature with your glitter pen? Have that in your pocket or in your bag.
Oh, that would be very showbiz, wouldn't it? I bet Craig carries one of those around. You know, whenever he's out and about, he gets stopped when he's in the supermarket. He's like, oh, just get me glitter marker out and sign something.
Well, I was getting fed up doing it with my Sharpie pen.
Wow,
so.
I can imagine. What is that?
See Laird.
Oh, that is your signature?
Yeah, that is my signature.
So do you genuinely just use these for lettering, for writing and stuff like that when you use these?
Oh, actually, what I actually use them for, Ben, is to colour in.
Yeah.
But, you know, maybe your smaller stamps, or what's a great prime example, is to colour in all of these little details in with things such as your dies. So you've got your butterfly die. So I would back that, the actual die cut, onto white card and then colour in all those little individual bits. Quicker form of paper piecing, and then you're going to have that nice sparkly glitter. So that's how I tend to write them. But yeah, you can use them in any way that you want. If you do want to watercolour with them, what to do, go onto your glass mat or your craft mat, go up and down until you've got this puddle here, and then go in with your paintbrush and water, and then you can start to paint with them. You'll still get that beautiful, beautiful glitter that comes through. If I then just squidge that on into here, and then while that dries, you will start to see that fine, fine glitter. You can see it towards the edges there.
Almost looks like a wax seal, that.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah. Look at that glitter coming through there. But it's incredibly smooth. It's not coarse, it's not chunky. It has to be smooth because it's that harder nib. You've got that £10, $10, £8, $8 platinum. You're going, of course, and using that code, which why wouldn't you? You're going to be $7.20 or pounds for your glitter pens.
We have a great, I don't think I've ever seen one of these, a great white Pyrenees, says Jonelle, named Orion. I might have to have a look at what one of those looks like in the break. Great white Pyrenees. I imagine that is a big dog. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why I think a big dog, but I do.
Oh, are they big dogs, are they, Nicola? Nicola knows. And Hilary says, my friend, oh, I'm getting the picture sent now. My friend has a lurcher, says Hilary, a lurcher greyhound cross. He is so chilled, he just looks at Holly Collie as if to say, what is that crazy dog doing?
Our last dog, Prince, who we rescued, he was a... Well, they were just giggling in my ear. I was like, what have they looked at?
No, I've just been
seen
sent
the
a
pictures,
picture
that's what it was.
of the dog.
So yeah, he was part lab, part lurcher. Big long legs. And then Clemmy, who we've got now, is part lab, part pointer. Yeah, pointador.
A pointador.
That's what she said, pointador, yeah. Yep.
I'm just trying to... Is that a... What is this? Is that a great white Pyrenees? My goodness me. That is hang on, let me just try and 1 second, please.
Wow. Wowzer.
I mean, we're assuming that she's like a sort of average size lady. That is a big dog.
Big dog. Imagine the size of its poops.
You know what, great minds think alike. I was just about to say, imagine the size of the bags you'd have to take out with you when you went on a walk. Anyway, moving on swiftly from that. I learn something new every day, don't you? We're going to show you one more deal and then go to a quick break. I believe we've still got 9 questions for our little sit-down segment. So if you want to add yours to the list, please feel free to. This deal, you're going to have to be very quick to grab. We've just sort of pulled it from further down the show, but you guys spotted it way before us. This is the Winter Forest and Winter Berries 2-piece paper pad set. There are 17 more chances to buy this, and then this has gone. Take a look. I remember this. I'm not going to say from last year or the year before because I can't actually remember when it was, but I can remember how beautiful these 2 pads were because they're very different to each other. This one's got a more sort of contemporary winter sort of Christmas feel. And then you've got your Winter Berries, which I'll show you in a minute, which is more of like a vintage Christmas design. Beautiful papers here, though. And one of those pads, again, that the more you delve into it, the more that you see. You've even got beautiful scenes there as well. Papers that you might just want to, you know, stick a frame around. Pop on the wall, ones that you might want to snip into, ones that you might want to, use these full scenes to create beautiful scrapbook pages, memory albums, all those sort of things. And what's lovely again is that you've got all the detail, all the kind of depth and dimension on the A side. B side, a little bit more stripped back if you want to do a bit of stamping. You know, if you want to add more of your stencils onto these, you can. Love the fact that you've got the Christmassy bells in there too. Mistletoe on the back there. It is 36 double-sided sheets. Basically, let's say you pay for this one here. We are then going to give you for free your Winter Berries. Your Winter Berries, as you can see, is more of your traditional Christmas colours. Lots of reds and greens in there. And once again, as I flick through, look at all these beautiful designs. It's all about your Christmas baubles and those ornaments and the holly and the ivy and the beautiful snowflakes, Christmas bells. It's got a bit more of a vintage feel to it as well. And once again, the reverse here, you've got a bit more of a stripped back sort of design for you. But it is... How many designs is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 12 designs, 3 sheets of each. Stock up. Is it 17, did you say? £11.99 is your platinum price here. $15.96. I realise we've just done Christmas. I realise it's a long way off, but it's a beautiful pad for winter crafts and for Christmas 2025 because, in case you didn't know, we're doing it again this year, December the 25th, I think, Christmas this year. Yeah. So $11.99 or $15.96 is your price there. Buy one, get one free. And just to reiterate again, before we go to the break, double points into everything. You'll see the little bug at the bottom of the screen there. If you spend that 50 as well, you will get tagged within our system so that you'll get free shipping on anything else that you order, only up until midnight. And I think, just let's be on the safe side, I think it is midnight here in the UK. So do shop fairly swiftly on that. And also, the free gift, I'll tell you what, coming up here because I've got a load of mess here. The free gift, I think, is the best one that we've done. The Crafters Inspiration Magazine Box 4, that is free with each and every order of £10 or $10. So get that shopped, get it into your basket because it will be a different deal tomorrow. Yes, they're a very large dog, says Jonelle. I have a 3-year-old Border Collie and he never stops, says Darlene. Darlene, I love Border Collies. Send a pic, send a pic. What's your Border Collie called? Let me know, please. And if you can send a pic in, I would love to see it. Because I love all dogs, particularly collies, crazy collies. And Alexander says, my aunt had kennels in Leicester and our German Shepherd used to holiday there. We took him once and there was a white Pyrenean dog on his hind legs looking down at us over a 6-foot fence. We're going to take a short break on that note. When we come back, we will be in Essentials Corner. I will be posing your questions to Craig. There is still time to add more. So if you've got a burning Crafty conundrum, a question that you need answered, doesn't have to be on anything we featured in this show, just a general craft question, please get it in, and we will come back very shortly. We're also going to have a look at one of our fantastic craftimonials, and this time we're going to hear from a lovely lady by the name of Sherry Jackson.
Hi, my name is Sherry Jackson, and I have been a fan of Crafter's Companion for at least 7 or 8 years now. I love Crafter's TV. I mean, what's not to love about it? They've got great products, great prices, great people that work there for them. The customer service is great. The presenters are great. Illustrators are great. Everyone is great. I just love all the products. I love the tutorials we get. I love all the demonstrations, the craft-alongs, the master classes. Not only do you sell the products, but you teach everyone how to use it. I love the interaction on Crafters TV. I love the fun, the game, the prizes. There's just so much about Crafters TV. There's nothing not to love about Crafters TV. You guys have been there for me. I feel like you guys are my family. I'm widowed and live alone, and every day I look forward to watching Crafters TV, whether I watch it live or whether I go back and watch the reruns. I get so much inspiration and tips and tricks from everyone there at Crafters Companion, and I love all of you, and I'm so thankful for Crafters TV.
When I'm working, it's quite busy because I have to get up really early to come into work if I'm going to be travelling from London. But otherwise, I'm quite lazy. I spend a lot of time in bed. Best part of my day is when we come in and I get to see everybody. I really enjoy being up here. It's really nice to see friends. This is my happy place. I do like to see everyone. And also, of course, if Christina's in, I'm getting my breakfast from Christina before I start. Early riser without a doubt, never a night owl. I'm in bed at 9:30. Bath at night, shower in the morning. I'm very clean. Tea, the colour of He-Man. Both. I like pancakes with bacon and maple syrup. Craft along, because there's always a softer side to craft along. My phone, my life is my phone. Yeah, the phone and the dog, unless I'm coming up here and I can't bring the dog in. My favourite lunch isn't lunch. My favourite lunch is afternoon tea. That's what I'd like. Lots of selection of sandwiches, some scones, or scones, some cream and jam, and some little cakes. But I couldn't have it every day because I'd be the size of a house. Oh, that changes to the moment. My favourite song at the moment is Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten. Or make myself a cup of tea and go and have a bath.
Welcome back, everybody. We've got about 18 minutes left on the show, and some lovely questions have come in. If you've not seen Beautiful Beginnings before, this is like a little feature we popped in, I want to say probably like a year or so ago, and I know things were sort of different last year. Beautiful Beginnings wasn't always on a Wednesday, but we tried to do this section whenever we did Beautiful Beginnings because a lot of you loved it, and a lot of the early shows actually were with Sheena, but I think we've had a lot of our other craft experts on the couch as well. It's just a great way to kind of sit back, relax, get those questions in. I've got a lot to throw at Craig here, but if you do have a question, please do send it in. I can't guarantee I'll get to them all, but we'll do as much as we can here. And as I said, you'll see here that it's questions about everything, and don't be afraid to ask a question, even if you think it's the most basic thing. Beautiful Beginnings is the name of the show, so we can go very, very basic. It's absolutely fine. So, our first question tonight for Craig is from Barbara McDonald. Thank you, Barbara. She says, Craig, I've just tried heat embossing, but it's not sticking. What am I doing wrong? She says, I am using powder before stamping. What could be the problem there, do you think?
Sounds of it, you're maybe not using adequate ink pad.
Okay.
For the actual pad. You need to use something that is a sticky pad, i.e. not the Stay Sticky that you use for Gilding Flakes.
Right.
Don't use that one. That is for Gilding Flakes. You want to use something like our watermark ink pad or any of our pigment ink pads. They stay open longer, so therefore your powder will stick to it. If you're unsure, then do it maybe once or twice. So coat your stamp it down, presume you're using a stamping platform, and then just ink it up again with the translucent clear ink pad or your pigment ink, stamp it down again. But from what you're saying, it sounds as though it can really only be the ink pad.
Yeah, I think it probably is, isn't it? Let us know, Barbara, and you can always come back. And when it comes to embossing as well, just to touch on that, we can like multi-emboss as well, can't we? We can do it more than once if we want to.
You can do. The only thing you need to watch though is if you heat emboss once and then you go over a surrounding area again and then you go to heat emboss, just be careful that you don't remelt what you've just done too much, because then that could bubble. Yes, it's possible, as long as you stick with what I always say. As soon as it melts, move your heat gun. So if you are melting in an area that you've already heat embossed, when it melts, move the heat gun. But yeah, you can do.
Thanks, Barbara. Rebecca Dancer. And again, by the way, you'll see from this next question, it doesn't always have to be about craft. I remember a very famous segment here where Sheena had said she was a bit of an expert, not just on craft, but also on headphones. And we ended up getting people's headphone questions in for Sheena.
I did not know that.
Yeah, she knows all about headphones.
Headphones?
If you ever need advice to like the style of headphone, ask Sheena, because she's all over it.
Oh, I just got new ones the other month there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, Grooves, QVC, American brand, brilliant.
Tell you what we should do, new feature. You know you rate people's Christmas trees? We should get Sheena to rate people's headphones.
Yeah.
She was talking to me about headphones for running, you see. That's how we got into that. Best headphones for running.
Okay.
Anyway, so this is not a craft-related question, but we like this. I'll let Craig go first. Rebecca Dancer, thank you. She says, Ben and Craig, my Sienna is watching, and she is asking how your Christmas was and what was your best present. Craig, how was your Christmas? What was your best present?
Oh, Sienna, thank you so much for asking. I had a lovely Christmas. I had a quieter Christmas and I had a shorter Christmas because I was back here to hit the road for Redditch on the 29th of December, but it was lovely. It was lovely seeing the immediate family. My best present, well, I'm going to say my WWE ticket that I got for March. Although I'm going to caveat that and say something that I actually posted, not on my works page, on my personal page yesterday. My mum, Santa Claus, Mum and John, got me a great big throw that had Clemmy's face printed on it.
I think I've seen that.
I posted it yesterday. I'll put it on my Crafter's Companion social pages.
And Sienna, thank you for asking. I had a lovely Christmas. I spent some time up here, obviously, with my family. Then we went back to Devon to see my mum and dad, Laura's dad as well, and her family. My best presents, well, as you've seen, new cardigan. I got 2 new cardigans from my sister, which I absolutely love. And I got some lovely new aftershaves from my mum. So I think those were my favourite gifts. You know you're getting old when your favourite gifts were aftershave and cardigans.
And socks.
I didn't get any.
Neither did I.
I got no socks and I got no pants.
Oh.
Did you get pants?
No, I did. Well, I don't wear pants. I wear boxers.
Oh, that's what I mean, boxers.
Well, they're different things.
Okay.
No, I didn't actually. No, or slippers.
Oh,
I don't really wear slippers though.
Sorry, my other favourite present was from my nephew. He got me a pair of slippers with Mac, my old collie, bless him, Mac's face and Molly's face on.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, super cute that.
That is absolutely brilliant.
Super cute. Jane Adams. Question. I found in my stash the butterfly acetate pack of paper and a pack of foil resist papers. What type of ink or markers can I use to colour them? I can't remember anything these days, says Jane. So acetate, foil resist, what we use in there?
Acetate, foil,
acetate and foil resist.
So acetate, use your alcohol pens, Classics, Tri-Blends, Illustrator pens, any pens that are alcohol base, you can use them. Your resist pads, essentially anything that's water-based. I would tend to stick with ink pads, so your water reactive. You could then use, of course, your pigment. I would steer away from the quick dry, but your shimmer ink pads, anything that is water-based, you can do that because the image will resist the colour. You can use things such as your aqua paints, maybe do Sheena's technique with the glycerin.
Yeah.
Put the ink on your glass mat, add a little bit of glycerin, pop on your blending tool and then blend that on. You don't want anything permanent because permanent will stick to the actual resist image.
And I'll just follow that up with a follow-up question because I know someone will ask in just a second. Glycerin, do we need a special type of glycerin or where do we get that from?
Yeah, the cheapest one you can possibly get, not a food one. No. Not a food one. So get a really, really cheap one, but go to the pharmacy, the chemist, get that one. Don't get a food one. Not unsure why there is a difference. I can't remember what Sheena said. I just remember Sheena saying, don't go at the supermarket cooking one. Get the glycerin from like a chemist.
I hope that answers your question, Jane. Let us know how you get on. Julie Palmer, thank you for your question. You say, when turning and rotating plates in the G2, can you put the plates in sideways?
You can, but only if you're using the junior plates. Because obviously if you're using your G2 and you're using the A4 plates, you'll see you can't put them in sideways. So I'm presuming you're meaning if you're using the junior plates, then yes, absolutely, turn them on the side and pop them through.
So as long as you're turning and rotating them, it doesn't matter whether you're putting them in that way or that way then, does it?
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're putting them in at an angle.
Yeah. Sister P4 says, Craig, how long have you been crafting for?
Oh, now the gauge that I tend to go on is Dawn Bibby here in the UK. This is her 30th year. She brought paper crafting to QVC UK 30 years ago this year. So I must have been crafting between 25 years and 28 years.
Wow.
So it was only a couple of years after she first brought it to QVC in the UK.
I might stick this up again on my Facebook page later on because I think a lot of our viewers will maybe missed this. We did a short-lived bit of content called Craft Stories back last year, and I did one with. Was it both the Debbies that I did, or was it just Debbie? Did I only do two, Nicola? Can you remember? I definitely spoke to Debbie Robinson.
I don't think you did do Debbie, did you?
Just Debbie and Craig, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll repost the craft stories that I did with Craig. It was a half an hour show where we basically chatted to Craig all about his life, and you chatted a lot about your crafting in there and chatted about your crones as well. So if you're interested, I'll pop that up again.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Craig will tell you a lot more about how he got into crafting and all that kind of stuff. It's a really good watch, if I do say so myself.
Great interviewer on there, yeah.
Well, great subject to chat to, you see. Really good. I'll stick it up later on tonight on my Facebook page. Altje de Vries, hello Altje. You ask, Craig, have all acetates got a protective film, and is it always necessary to take that film off?
So, I have to speak for our acetate at Crafter's Companion. I will go off on other brands in a moment. So our construction acetate or our foil construction acetate, yes, have got a protective backing. Your light printable acetate, not printable, heat-proof acetate, it doesn't. So for construction acetate, yes. The heat-proof acetate that we do, no. Other brands, you're going to have to check with them. They differ. Some do, some don't. What I would do, hold it up. Well, actually, I can't tell you, Hunky Dory Crafts, no, there's no protective backing. Theirs is also an incredible quality. Other brands, I can't say yes or no. All I would suggest, put it up to the light. If it looks a bit foggy, then there'll be a backing to it. But for ours, construction, yes. Heat-proof acetate, no.
Hilary is in. Hilary, I love your question. She says, I have a question. How do you stop all of your sequins bunching together? This is for shakers. The last one I did was more of a basher rather than a shaker.
This will actually go back on kind of what I touched upon before about when you lay your sequins down. If you lay them down on a big dome, then put the layer in, what they're going to do is they're going to clump together.
Bashed and crushed, aren't they?
Bashed and crushed, yeah. So what you want to do is you want to spread them out like I done. Make sure they don't go as far out past where your foam is going to be positioned. But yeah, pop them all in, make a mound by all means, and then start to flatten it out so it's on a nice even. That's then going to keep that flow going up and down when you shake them.
Let us know how you get on with all of these guys. It's brilliant that we can take the time to do this. Sarah Muir, thank you for your question. You say, I used fine glitter in my first shaker card and it seemed to leak glitter and I wore most of it. I've been there. Is there such a thing as too fine for shaker elements?
No, absolutely. Even the finer is going to work. What I would do if you're using really fine glitter, use an anti-static bag with your acetate like we talked through earlier on. For me, what that sounds like is you have lost that connection between the foam and your cardstock.
Right.
So you might not have noticed it, but if you've got either you've lost that connection or your bit of foam on a roll, you've not taken the tape off. You've maybe missed a bit, it's maybe torn, and you've actually got a window that can open where that backend's not been taken off, and that's how the glitter is then run through. Also, of course, as long as you've got that full connection to each point, as long as you've got the connection, as long as that seal's been taken off that foam on a roll strip all the way round, and as long as it's been pressed down firmly before you start to shake it, then no, you'll be absolutely fine. So just make sure that you've got, of course, your glitter, it's all in one central area before you start to shake.
There you go, Sarah. We've got 4 questions. We'll try and get through all of these in the last 5 minutes. Heather Ewald says, how do you prevent the centre of card from cracking when folding it in half? Is it the type of cardstock you should use or how you fold it with a bone folder?
Again, one of those things I can kind of only speak for our brand.
Yeah.
What I would then say, yes, it's the cardstock, so I would at least have it as 240 onwards. So we say 240 GSM, great for die cutting, great for layers. So as long as it's at least 240 onwards, yes, it can be about the scoring with the bone folder or the scoring tool. I always do it lightly and just a few times. Don't press all the way in, because you will then start to split the spine of the card. So yeah, as long as it's a good quality cardstock, that's 240 onwards. I tend to, card blanks, Ben, I tend to stick around the 300 GSM.
Yeah.
So if I don't tend to create my own. If I do, as long as it's like a 300 GSM, that's what I go by, but 240 onwards. But yeah, don't press too hard on the scoring element of the card blank. Creating that card, you should be okay.
Stacey Lou, Crafty Stacey Lou says, what is best to use linen cardstock for? I have loads and I don't use it.
Pretty much everything. What I'm actually going to say, linen cardstock can be 240, 250 GSM. I wouldn't tend to use that as a card blank because it's something to do with that texture of the linen cardstock, that fibrous textured cardstock. Sometimes that can split, sometimes. So I don't tend to use linen cardstock as a card blank. Other than that, die cut it, emboss it, use your gilding wax on it, foil onto it, use your foil press on it if you've got it, of course. You can pretty much use your linen cardstock for anything. It's just about experimenting and always go, right, if you go to use a white card or a Centura Pearl card, stop yourself and use a colour of your linen instead.
This one, I feel like we can answer, it could be a long answer, but it can be fairly quick. So Altja has a problem with all the different cardstock. She says some are too thick, others will almost tear. If we were to go on like a chart of GSM, how can I put it? So what would you use? Say if we go down to like, I don't know, 180, for example, 180 up to 300, what does she need to use for like card bases down to what for inserts? I think that's basically the question.
Right, you're really, really simple. 100 GSM-ish you're going to use for things such as your inserts.
Yeah.
100 up to 230 you're going to use for your mats and layers. And then your 240 onwards, you're going to do what I was just speaking about a moment ago for your card blanks and your construction.
Ooh, we might squeeze in 2 more which have just come in, but Helen's asking, what kind of glue allows you to move an item on a card for a short time and then holds the bit of paper firm?
So a little bit of wiggle room, your white tacky glue. If you want real movability, depending on the cardstock, go back to Craft Your Stash on Crafters TV, you could be using your all-purpose glue.
2 final ones, we're going to squeeze these in, he's going to do it. Rebecca says, what can you use the spray glitter cans for?
Covering any cardstock. that you want to have that little bit of glitter. Whether, I wouldn't do Centura Pearl because it's already got the pearlescent look, but you can do. Essentially, you're just turning your cardstock into a sparkly background. So white card, black card, craft card, linen cardstock, whatever you want.
And Trish Estelle, final question from lovely Trish says, why would you need heat-proof acetate for heat embossing?
Yes, or foiling with your foil press, although you can use construction acetate as I've shown you in the past. Predominantly, what I use it for mostly, Ben, is shakers, ironically.
And I feel like we have come full circle with the final question on tonight's Essentials Corner. Thanks everybody for the questions. Thank you for answering them all.
You're very welcome. I know sometimes I take the wrong way round to answering a question.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's needed, but I'm glad I managed to get all them in.
Thank you for a marvellous day, Craig. Thank you to you guys as well. Thank you to all the team as well. Thank you to Rachel and Jake and Tracy and Jamie and Nicola. Always brilliant. Bit of a different day tomorrow because you're here, but, well, you're in for your favourite show, aren't you, tomorrow?
I'm here, cartload, and if you thought the deals have been epic, they've been absolutely phenomenal tomorrow. Can I just say, I know they've not necessarily been full, in-depth demonstrations as of late because we want to give you that inspiration for the deals that we've had, but over the coming weeks, we are going to have loads, so don't worry. But yeah, cartload tomorrow. Favourite one, deals galore.
It's me and Craig for that, and then the first two shows, the Crafting Whirlwind is back. Sarah will be here, Wake Up Call from midday. Another fantastic New Year, New Craft daily deal. It's all about foil transfers tomorrow. So you've got Sarah for the first two shows with me, and then me and Craig for that crazy cartload show. So make sure you join us. Thanks for being here, everybody. As I've said, that craft stories, if you want to find out more about Craig, I will stick up on my socials at the end of the show.
Share it as well.
You. And from us two guys, thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. And until tomorrow,
Toodles.